Today we're going to review our Diamond Quartz analog chess clock. Now this clock is a step up from the basic analog chess clock. Has a number of features that we like better. One is you have a much larger display for each side of the clock here. On the back, although this is an analog clock, it actually runs on a AA battery, which is included with the clock. And the knobs to adjust the times are much easier to turn than on some of the basic clocks. So overall we like this clock a lot. It's a very quiet clock. You don't hear the ticking as you do with the other clocks, and we just like the big display that comes with it. This runs just like any other analog clock. Right now I have both buttons depressed halfway, so it's kind of in a pause mode. When you store this clock, you can insert these stop guards which come with the clock, and put one on each side. It comes with two just like this. That'll keep your battery from being worn down, keep the clock from running on one side. But these are easy to come out when you're ready to start playing. Now, to use an analog clock, it's fairly simple. That's the benefit of the analog clock, is that it's easy to set, easy to get started. Let's say you wanted to play a 5-minute blitz game. Right now you'll notice both clocks read 12 o'clock or close to it. So we would just take these little settings in the back and we would turn these to 5 minutes to 12 on each. Now, the disadvantage with an analog clock is you just can't get it exactly the same on both sides, or it's very tough to do where you can get it to the second on a digital clock. But I think that's fairly close. When you're ready to start play, depress the button on one side. You'll notice that the other side of the clock, the little red cross there, starts to tick slowly to let you know that your time is ticking down. Then as the other side plays, the red cross on the other side starts to move. Now, if we had time with the video, we'd let it run down, but we'll kind of speed things up. As time runs down, you'll start to see the little red flag there rise up as your hand gets closer, and you'll know that you've lost on time, or your time's run out once that flag falls, just like that. And so that's, in this case, this side of the clock's run out of time. The game would be over. You could also set this clock to run longer than just short games. If you wanted to do multiple hour games, you could do that. Say set the clock for 10 o'clock. If that were the case, you'd have a 2-hour game. The flag would fall once in the middle of the game, but it would be the second time the flag falls that the game actually ends. It's easy to use if you're trying to teach someone how to use a chess clock, maybe a student or a child. It's quick to set up. You can start playing in just a matter of seconds, no complicated manuals to read. You know, the downside of an analog clock is you don't have all the timing modes, you can't have a delay added, you can't use second and tertiary times as easy as you can with the digital clock. But overall, we suggest this clock for an analog clock. It's a great price, easy to get started, runs on one AA battery, no need to wind and risk over winding the clock, which is one of the problems with the basic clock. This comes in a variety of colors, and you can choose the one that you like best, and I think you'll be very happy with this.